Live from News Channel 8, this is Toyota Sports Talk.
What a night for LeBron James, a historical effort to give his hometown Cavaliers a commanding lead in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, but is he the playoffs' most valuable player? There might be some dissenting voices coming from the West Coast. Tonight on Sports Talk, we'll tackle that question and more. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Toyota Sports Talk. I'm Robert Burton. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for winding down your holiday weekend with us. It looks like we're going to get a showdown of the two of the league's biggest stars in the NBA Finals, LeBron James and Steph Curry. Who gets your vote as playoffs MVP? Call us now at 703-387-1020, or hit me up on Twitter at WJLA Big Shot Bob. And joining us in studio, one of our favorite hosts on 106.7 The Fan, Mark Gray. And welcome back. Always good to have you here.
Good to be with you, bro.
Yeah. So you know the question: LeBron James or Steph Curry? Now, you say you like debate. I'm going to go ahead and give my take on this.
Okay.
I like LeBron, and you mentioned it earlier. He has less to work with. No Kevin Love, no Kyrie, but he also has J.R. Smith. But I mean, it's not the full throttle lineup that we all know for the Cavs to be.
He's an accident waiting to happen, that J.R. Smith. He's just on it's like he's at a good place right now.
Yeah.
You know, his feng shui is working or whatever. But it's clearly LeBron to me. With all due respect to Steph Curry, that has been tremendous, prolific, historic stuff that we've seen from Curry.
Right.
But it's been epic for LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get the sense that he was cramping. I didn't realize that, you know, he was as physically drained as he was.
Yeah.
And the more and more I looked at that game, when he was struggling at like 0 for 14 and the Hawks couldn't pull away, you knew he was going to will his team to victory.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love what he's got. Golden State is the most balanced, most complete team left to go in the NBA playoffs right now. But if you ask me, the defining moment of LeBron James' career is right here, right now.
You're looking at the last game LeBron played. You watch him, compare him to the other players on the court. Tristan Thompson is their four-man. LeBron James is bigger than him, is handling the ball, shooting, not to mention the guy is 30 years old, dropping 30 a game. Would you say he is at the high point of his career right now?
The game is slowed down and his body is still tough enough and young enough to keep up. He's in that perfect place.
Yeah.
You got a window here, 30 to 32, depending on significant injury, where you're going to see the greatness of LeBron. And I think that he wants his legacy to be defined as multiple championships in Cleveland. And he's playing with a greater mission right now. And you know, critics are going to knock him.
Yeah.
You know, having a debate with somebody coming in here about, you know, he couldn't play back in the day. He doesn't have to. He's playing now.
Right.
He's been to 5 straight conference finals. It looks like he's going to make it to 5 straight NBA finals in 2 different cities. I mean, it is what it is right now.
Yeah.
You say the numbers don't lie. They don't lie, people. Haters, you know, you got to shut up. I mean, it is what it is now.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, so let's go to the other side, the West. You got Steph Curry. I say he's the new Reggie. Now Reggie didn't create like Steph is able to create, but I mean, dude, he's lights out. I mean, every time I turned my head, he was hitting one from the top of the key, the corner, the wing. I'm like, what is this? Is this a video game?
You got the teardrops and
right.
off the rim.
Not to mention that. Off the dribble and everything.
So he got the whole package. He is the one prodigy or offspring that is better than the original. I mean, when you thinking that insulated little crucible that is the well, maybe Kobe. I'd have to say Kobe was better than Jelly Bean. But those two kind of break the mold right there. I mean, Steph, because when I was doing the NBA heavy in Atlanta in the days of the Omni, a building that looked more like a waffle iron from the outside than it did a basketball arena. Anyway, I'm telling you, man, it made Capitol Center look like, you know, the Taj Mahal or whatever. But I watched Del Curry shoot the lights out against some very good Hawk teams, including teams that had Dominique Wilkins, teams that had Steve Smith. So I saw Del Curry, you know, get his in person. Steph Curry's better than his father with his dad's range. He creates for other people. And again, aside from Kobe, Steph Curry is the best offspring that I've seen come into pro sports. Because normally the first generation is the best, and you know, I think Kellen Winslow, had he not lost his mind, might have been challenging his dad. But, you know, from what I've seen in the NBA, it's those two and then everybody else.
Well, let's talk about not just playoffs MVP, but MVP overall. What do you think? Is it LeBron or is it Steph Curry? Understanding that LeBron did have Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving a lot during the regular season. Steph also had his full squad. When you saw Steph Curry win that MVP award, what were you thinking?
A good choice, but if we're talking about the regular season, not the playoffs.
Right.
We're talking about the regular season.
We're talking about the regular season right now.
I thought it was Westbrook.
I can see that. I can see that.
That's what I thought. I mean, when you lose the second best player in the world, and then you lose the third best player on your team, and you're within a game of making the playoffs with them riding your back. You come back from 2 injuries. And what we're seeing right now is he's that good. He can be the #1 man on another team and still be as great as he is right now because he did that this year. I'm looking at the body of the work over the 82-game schedule. I thought it was Westbrook, personally.
Westbrook, a guy who always slides under the radar. All right, well, coming up, we'll open it up for your calls with the fans. Mark Gray, 703-387-1020, or just hit me up on Twitter at WJLA Big Shot Bob. And the Skins start OTAs tomorrow. Is this the beginning of a make-or-break season for RG3? Oh, God. Share your thoughts next when Sports Talk Monday continues.
At the end of it, that's just how I play. It's how I've learned and accustomed to playing the postseason. You shouldn't feel great leaving a playoff game ever. You know, so a lot of intangibles coming into how my body feel right now.
Well, he had a lot of time to rest when he was crying about that call. LeBron had nothing left in the tank after last night's game. I think it's safe to say he left it all on the floor against the Hawks. Welcome back. Our special guest this evening is Mark Gray. You can catch him on 106.7's The Fan. And before the break, we were talking about LeBron or Steph Curry. Lines are open. I think we have our first caller, Yvonne from Capitol Heights. Yvonne? Hey, how are you?
Good evening. How are you, Robert?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling good, too, because I know what's happening. I know what's cooking.
Uh-oh, so what's cooking?
Listen, are you listening? You got your extra ears?
Yep.
I'm for Kyrie. I'm looking for an upset. I don't care for LeBron. I'm looking for Kyrie to go all the way. He meet up with LeBron, and Kyrie going to knock LeBron out. Put him out on the floor. I don't care.
Right.
And RG going to be perfect. I hope he do a repeat of 2012. Hot diggity do and a boop boop and do. Goodbye now.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Let's go to Spencer in Oxon Hill. Spencer, can you beat Yvonne? I don't think you can, but okay.
It's a hard act to
Yeah, how you doing, fellas?
Good, good. How are you? How are you?
I'm with Yvonne. I mean, Steph Curry, it's like Alex Parker said, and he took the words out of my mouth yesterday, Steph Curry's an assassin.
Yeah.
He's playing the better basketball. He don't look like no pressure on him. He look like he's going out there putting work in. LeBron, he wants attention. You know, I heard some talking about haters, be quiet. No, when you're 2 and, how many championships you lost, and you needed other people to help you?
Well, here's the thing, Spencer.
People got points when you flop and you get cramps, playing the Spurs. I mean, come on.
Well, here's the thing, Spencer. LeBron, again, doesn't have Kyrie and he doesn't have Kevin Love, but he's putting up big numbers. 37, 18, and 13, I think, was his last line.
And they're on the verge of sweeping the #1 seed. So,
exactly.
Let's give the man his, man. Everybody always talks about him wanting attention. I mean, attention is on him. He's LeBron. He's the best player in the world right now. I mean, when you're the best player in the world, you're going to get attention.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Officials going to look at you one way, fans going to look at you another way, media's going to look at you another way. You're going to get attention. So let's not hold that against him, and let's define him by the standards that he's playing by today. That's all I'm saying. This is his 5th straight trip to the conference finals. Wizards haven't been there since '79.
That's true. That's
5 in a row, people. 5.
Spencer, who do you want to see in the finals? Tell me that. Oh man, Spencer just hung up on us.
I think he wanted Curry.
I think
I would put him in the Curry column now.
Let's do that. Let's put him in the Curry column. Okay. Joseph in Alexandria, what's going on, man? How are you?
Nothing much, man. Look, hey, LeBron is the guy. He is the guy. You can see it. It's all over him. I mean, when you talk about the ball, the way he handles himself, the way he, throw that ball right up in that net. I mean, you know he is what he is. I mean, we're talking about in times of Mike Jordan. That's LeBron. He is his own man. Look at him. Look at that.
Yeah.
You can see all his actions. You can know that the game is in him. So really, I mean, you're talking about the playoff MVP. LeBron is the choice.
I don't think Mark would disagree with you on this, man.
He's by no means Jameis Winston, so to speak.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
He's not even Tiger Woods, so to speak.
Man, he's spoken.
You know what I mean? So what more can you ask from an off-court perspective? And then, if he had done better in the NBA Finals,
and not to mention
in a different way.
Not to mention he shuts off the social media when playoffs come. So, I mean, he's beyond focus. Meanwhile, you see the social media from other guys during the playoffs.
You see the social media through guys who aren't in the playoffs. That's another thing.
That's another thing. I think we have another caller. Who's on the line, Ramon? Doris. Doris, yeah. I think you're on the line from Fort Washington. What's going on, Doris?
My vote is for LeBron.
You like LeBron? Tell me why you like LeBron.
I just like the way he plays.
You like the way he plays? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And that's a good enough reason. You like the way he plays. I like the way he plays, too.
Everybody got their preferences.
Yeah.
But you have to admit, though, if you're a basketball fan, there's a certain grace to what Steph Curry is doing right now.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Everything, the whole action, from handling the ball to the feather soft jumper. Everybody talking about his range, which is incredible. But getting to the basket with the touch like that, who knew he had that in him even when he was taking down Georgetown?
Yeah, I got you. All right, let's switch gears now. OTAs start tomorrow. Mark, is this the make or break year for our beloved RG3?
Absolutely.
It is?
Yep. This is a Fisher Cuts bait season for Robert and the Skins. They had to, I guess, go through the procedure of extending the deal or whatever transaction you want to call it. But it's put up a shut-up time because, again, I don't think that Gruden, in his heart of hearts, has totally bought in. I think he may see some flashes, but you see a lot of flashes in a lot of quarterbacks. And at the end of this season, Gruden would have been 2 years into a 5-year deal.
And you know what? It wasn't cheap. It cost Skins $16 million. So I think I also agree with that. I would like to say, hey, in 2012, I saw what RG3 could do.
We did.
I saw what RG3 could do. Injuries came. Then this season, all of a sudden, he didn't
really have the parts, in fairness to him, to be protected. I mean, it was, up the middle was just vulnerable. The edges were vulnerable. Maybe they've secured his protection so he can be that drop-back passer that he wants to be. I think if Jay Gruden in his heart of hearts had it his way, he would be that guy.
Yeah.
But he's a unique athletic talent. He takes away from his game by not wanting to use those talents. And there's got to be a happy mix, as we saw when San Francisco was getting to the Super Bowl and to the NFC Championship games with Colin Kaepernick. And hopefully there can be a meeting of the minds. He's a special talent, but special talent that doesn't develop gets coaches fired.
And we'll talk more about this. in the next block. Joe and Sophia, you're on deck. The lines are open for more of your calls with Mark Gray at 703-387-1020. Give us a call. Our operators are standing by. Sports Talk Monday continues in a moment. Our special guest this evening is Mark Gray. You can catch him on 106.7 The Fan. And before we went to the break, we were talking about RG3. Is this his make or break year? I think we have Joe in Falls Church on the line, actually. Joe, what do you think?
How we doing?
What's going on with you, Joe? What you got for us?
Hey, I'm sitting here checking out the broadcast.
Yeah.
And not to comment on RG3, but I have to comment on the Cavs and the Golden State.
Okay. What you think?
So you have speed and shooting against power and shooting. I believe that it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes of each game. Who can outplay and outlast the other team?
Okay.
Well, can LeBron outlast the Warriors' defense? Because they have a lot of bodies that they can throw at him that are long and athletic. I mean, you can hit him from a variety of different ways. I mean, they are the one team that has enough fouls to give against LeBron, because you look at what you're going. Green is probably going to see him.
Oh yeah.
A little bit. Then you've also got a guy like Iguodala who comes off the bench just to harass him, and they were like Olympic teammates or world teammates.
And Iguodala's been known to be somewhat of a defensive specialist.
So you know they got it. The other guy, his name escapes me right now, but they've got like at least 15 fouls to give against LeBron.
Right.
And at this stage, with the way he's been carrying, somebody's going to have to step up and shoot. Mike Miller, James Jones, they're going to have to get a significant amount of perimeter shooting to take down Golden State.
Tell me this, though. If Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving come back.
Kevin Love's not back.
If say though, that they come back, who's the favorite? Is it the Cavs, or hands down, or is it Golden State?
Well, Golden State, they have the best record in the league.
Right.
So I think if you, just by virtue of that, you would favor them. They would be like Kentucky was going into the Final Four this year. Oh, yeah. They were that good this year.
I don't know, because
by NBA standards, they were that good.
Well, if you put Love back in the picture with Kyrie and LeBron, adding J.R. Smith, you got Ian Shumpert, they started to gel later in the season. And when they were gelling, they were dang near unbeatable. So I don't want to go as far as saying they're better than the Warriors. I don't see the Warriors being the hands
during
down
the regular season.
During the regular season.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Now, right now,
yes.
if both teams
let's
are healthy,
say right now.
Oh, that's a mono 7-game classic. We'll be talking about it for the next 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
It's maybe the best finals ever. Really, in that. Could turn into that, but it's going to be the defining moment for LeBron. If LeBron wins this championship and they beat Steph Curry and the Warriors, you will have one of the great all-time individual performances in the history of the NBA. I mean, it would be something epic, because he would literally have to beat that team, given that he's been weak. And now, role players are going to have to step up any given night. But like you mentioned, in crunch time, it will come down to him playing tough on the interior. And with all those fouls to give and the way he's cramping up right now, that's a task for nobody who's mortal. I think the guy's Superman.
Superman and a super crybaby. All right, some final thoughts from Mark in just a moment. First, let's take a look back into our Sports Talk archives. It was on this date in 2002 that the Truth, Paul Pierce, single-handedly outscored the Nets 19-16 in the fourth quarter of Game 3 to complete the biggest rally in NBA playoff history. Pierce and the Celtics won it 94-90, despite being down 21 in the fourth quarter. However, the Nets would go on to win the Eastern Conference Finals in 6 games. Fun stuff right there. We'll be right back. And we're back with Mark Gray from 106.7 The Fan. Check him out on Twitter at The Sports Groove. Okay, real quick, who do you have in the finals? As if we haven't been talking about this all show.
It's Cleveland and Golden State, and I ride with the best player in the world any chance I get. I'm rolling with LeBron, defining his legacy. I think the better team is Golden State. I've always, gone down with the LeBron ship. I'm going to go down once again. Because nobody rallies the troops like the LeBrons.
All right, well, that's it for this edition of Sports Talk. Thanks for joining us. For Mark Gray and our entire crew, I'm Robert Burton. Good night, and we'll see you next time.